Good morning, it's day 18 of my daily vlog, so it's Tuesday, June the 18th. It's just after breakfast time, just finishing my morning cuppa. I always have lemon green tea in the mornings. I've just had my breakfast. Joshua's gone to school. The washing machine's on, so I've just come in the sitting room to get away from the noise. I've just got everything looked out because I need to make a new batch of energy balls. And I'm going to try and do something like raw cookie dough today, like with chocolate chips in it, but still keeping it healthy. So I've just looked out lots of ingredients that are going to give me that sort of creamy biscuity flavour and texture. So I've got ground almonds, I've got some cashews, and I've soaked them in water just so they go a bit creamier. I've only soaked them for about 20 minutes though, maybe should have done it for a lot longer than that. I'm going to put oats in, and I've got vanilla essence I'm going to add, and chocolate chips, and maybe a pinch of cinnamon. And I probably need something sticky to bind it, so I might just add in a couple of those, the apricots, the dried apricots, just to give it something to bind together with. I don't really want to add peanut butter because that will really take over the flavour, and I don't want that. Yeah, so or maple syrup I'm going to add as well. If I can, I'm going to try not to add the apricots because I don't know, I think they might dominate the flavour a bit, so I'll see how it goes without them, and if it needs something a bit stickier then I could just always add a bit of water or something. So I'm going to go and do those now and then head upstairs and get to work. So I've got my cashews, I'm going to use some oats, ground apricot, not apricots, ground almonds. That should give it a really nice biscuity flavour and texture. And I've got some of the crumble left over from the weekend, and that's just the buckwheat flour and more ground almonds, and I think there might be a tiny bit of coconut oil in there, but there's not, it's mainly wet, dry, so I'm going to just put that in just purely because it needs used up and I don't know what else I would do with it, so I'll just stick that in. You can tell this is my style of cooking, just throw it in and see what happens. So that's all the kind of dry ingredients. I'm just going to give them a bit of a blitz. I might put the cinnamon in there just to get it mixed in. I don't want a lot, I don't want it too overpowering. Just added some vanilla essence, not too much, about half a teaspoon. And this is one that I had in the cupboard and it was caramel, so I'm just going to throw that in as well. There's only a tiny bit left. And I'm just going to add a bit of maple syrup just to bind it together. Give it a whiz. And I'm adding the chocolate chips now because I didn't want them to get all broken up. I wanted to keep them quite whole. And if your mixture is too dry, just add a bit more wet ingredients, and if it's too wet, add some more of the dry ingredients. That looks perfect. So there is my finished balls. I'm going to put them in the freezer and enjoy one later on, and now the washing's finished, so I'll hang that out and try not to spend too much time out there in the garden. Well, I hope you had a good Monday yesterday and it wasn't too Monday-ish. Sorry for my little rant yesterday. By lunchtime I was fine and the day ended very nicely. I didn't get around to do my nails last night, but I really must do them, and I want to do my toenails as well because somehow we are now forecast for beautiful sunny days for the rest of the week, which is great. Although, well, it's not great when I need to be in here all the time. It's going to take a lot of discipline for me to be in here and not go outside for too long. Working from home does require a lot of discipline, and I think for some people it's more a case of like not sitting in front of the telly watching TV and stuff. I never ever want to do that, that's never a problem, but for me, as you can guess, it's going outside. And as we get closer to summer, it does get difficult because we do get some really nice days, but I just have to remind myself that there are other nice days that I will get to enjoy. So yeah, I do miss out on the sunny days sometimes and have to be in here, but that's fine, I've got plenty to be getting on with. I've just received a lovely package this morning which I could show you a little bit of it once I've sort of wrapped it up again, but it is a really it was a beautiful package to open. Actually arrived in a Jo Malone box, which is the first and probably only time I will ever own a Jo Malone box. So it came and it was like this. How beautiful is that? I mean, that just looks so special. And there was a nice card in it as well, which I can show you. I don't want to give away who sent it because I don't want you going looking on their Instagram page and figuring out what the items are. I will of course show you sometime probably next month what the items are so you can see what was in the boxes. I was waiting on getting these because these items are a little bit chunkier than my other things, so I wanted to make sure that the delivery boxes, the postage boxes that I order are going to fit these in it. So now I've got them, I'm going to just put everything together and see how it looks and what sort of size it is, and then I'm going to straight away go and order the postage boxes, and they should be here in a couple of days so I can begin the packaging at the end of the week, and I'm going to have the boxes going out next week finally, which is a great feeling for me. I know from past experience of doing the Christmas boxes that once they're posted out there is suddenly this weight off my shoulders and it feels good, and a certain amount of sort of anxiety just leaves me. So once they're posted, that will feel great, and then there's the wait till people receive them, and then I start to get feedback, which is always nice as well. I have got a few going overseas, so yeah, there'll be a bit of an anxious wait to make sure that they arrive. So yeah, I've had a lot of people having regret that they missed out, that they didn't buy one. I did say that they'd be limited edition, and once they were gone, they were gone. So, you know, next time when I say that, just remember your regret. So if you want one, order one up soon, when they go on sale, as soon as they go on sale. I think I would have managed to have, yeah, blame her for all this shaking on the table. I would have put up more listings, but because it's nearly end of term and I knew I would run out of time, I couldn't offer more boxes, so unfortunately I had to cap it where I did, and it was definitely the right decision because I don't feel too stressed about timescales now. Hopefully if I do another box August, September time, I will be able to offer more boxes if the initial amount sell out, because I won't have the same sort of timescales and time constraints. So basically, yeah, the numbers have been kept to a minimum this time just so that I could manage it. Next time I might be able to offer more, and then at Christmas again, I just have to be careful with timescales. Right, enough talk of the boxes. Yeah, last night I was quite tired, so I didn't watch any TV. I actually just laid on the couch, had a cup of tea, telly lay beside me, which was really nice, and I really got hooked on my book. I'm really enjoying it. I said yesterday that it was a bit of a strange one. I don't know, I didn't know where Kabul was when I picked this book up, totally ignorant, and it's in Afghanistan, so the setting for this book is like nothing I've read before. The ones I tend to reach for are all set in Cornwall, Devon, seasidey places, beautiful sunny places like, you know, Greek islands, or I don't know, French vineyards or whatever, things like that. So yeah, this is very, very different, and because it's in Afghanistan and it's about women, oh, it's just, yeah, there's so many rules that the women have to follow and things. It's, yeah, it's kind of almost uncomfortable reading, and because you know that this is what goes on and this is how women have to live their lives, and you know, they can't go out in public alone, and they can't make eye contact, and they've got to be covered up and all that kind of thing. So it's a very strange kind of read, but I'm enjoying it. Right, I better get on. I'm going to go and figure out what boxes I need to order and get those ordered, and then I'm going to get on with some sewing. So I'll catch up with you later. I just heard something come through the letterbox, and I thought it was yet another leaflet for somebody selling something, and I went down and had a wee look, and look what got put through my letterbox. How beautiful is that? It's all gold. And this is from our friend Natalie, who she was in my vlogs at Christmas, and she may have been in one of my other vlogs because we meet up sometimes and we go for walks and a cup of tea and stuff. So she's just put a wee note on the back and said, saw this and thought of you, so just had to get it for you. How lovely is that? Thank you, Natalie. It's beautiful. That's going to go on either my pin board that is just over there, or I've got a magnet board up there with lots of pretty things on it. And yeah, it's just for putting things on that are pretty or special, or photos and things, so that's definitely going to go somewhere. Although, actually, on saying that, that's nice enough that I could put that in a frame and put it on the wall. I might do that, actually. That could maybe go on my bedroom wall where all my handmade and special pictures are. I'm going to have to find a wee frame, dig one out. I have a box of frames because I do like to get like wooden ones and paint them and kind of shabby chic them a bit, so I should have a collection of frames downstairs, so I'll have to dig one out and pop that up somewhere. So that is just gorgeous, thank you. It's about 11 o'clock, and by the rumbling that my tummy is doing, I thought it was time I came down and checked the balls out. I've put them in the freezer, so they have got a little bit of a bite to them. I've just tried a really teeny weeny one, which was the last of the mixture in the blender, so I just made a tiny ball and it was amazing. It was so good. It was really, really sweet, so I maybe didn't need to add quite so much of the vanilla essence, but it was really good. So I'm going to have another full-sized one and then straight back upstairs to get on. I realised I maybe didn't show you them. It's really difficult to get the camera to focus. One of the items that I was complaining had got lost yesterday was actually a really pretty patchwork bookmark. And it was personalised, so I've just stamped the name onto some cotton tape here, so it's Mallory's bookmark. and I'm going to redo the patchwork. So I've just dug out some scraps. They all go, so it doesn't take too much coordination, and I'm just going to do a quick piece of patchwork for the bookmark. I did show how to do, this is what did I call it? Quilt as you go patchwork, and I did show a little tutorial of how to do this in one of my full length vlogs. I can't remember if it's maybe the March one. You can look back and have a look if you want to have a go yourself. We're just going to do this and then cut out the bookmark size and shape, and then also the written pieces on the front, and then I will put a back on it. Do you remember the little basil seeds I showed you a few weeks ago? Well, this is them now. They grew really well. They've gone a little bit slow, but then the weather cooled down quite a bit. The peppers have come on well. They're needing to get repotted now into pots of their own, so that's doing fine. This is a bit of clematis that I must have broken off by accident, so I've put it in some water to see if it would root. I'm not sure that it's rooting yet, but it is growing, so I think I might just plant that in some soil. Probably be better, and then I can go and live outside and I'll get a new clematis plant there. Have just finished a spool of thread, and I keep these little spools for Joshua because he uses doesn't want to stay in my hand. He uses things like this for car axles, making cars and things, so he'll be very pleased to have that one. I'm just going to get another spool of thread. I've got them in this nice pretty tin which I really like, the white and the red polka dots. Got loads of spools in there. I'm well stocked up. You can leave that alone. I'm just making a little something at the moment, just trying something out, so I may show you that if it turns out nice. Yeah, so just thought I would quickly show you where my spools are. On a shelf up here, squeezed in this space. I've got this cup here, it's from a set of 4. It got chipped, so I didn't want to throw it out, so I just brought that up and thought I'd use it for pens or something, but my little clown, who's called Half Pint, sits up there, and my dad gave me that when I was really little because he used to call me Half Pint, so that lives up there. This is just a bit of stamping. I was playing about with some new stamps I got today. Coffee is always a good idea. Thought they were really cute in the coffee cups, and I got them from the Works, and the pack that I showed you when I was doing it, I think they were just £1, which is brilliant. Look at her paws, they're so cute. She's been sat with me all day today, and then when I went down for lunch she comes down and she goes in the garden. Well, it's now about 4:05. It's a bit of a strange week this week because the days are all muddled up. Joshua's football was cancelled on Friday, but it's on tonight, so he's going to that tonight and he gets his tea there as well. So I've just stuck some baked potatoes in the oven for my dinner, so I'm just going to wait on those cooking. The sun has come out, it's really lovely, so I think I might just have a wee potter in the garden. I might go and pot on those peppers that I showed you earlier into some new pots, and no doubt while I'm in the greenhouse I'll find a few other jobs to do. I managed to refill the bird feeders up this morning with the balls. I'm going to need to go to B&M and get some more peanuts or sunflower seeds because they've eaten all of those. So I might do that on Thursday because I need to pop to Aldi as well. And I managed to tie up a few of the sweet peas this morning when I was out there. They were getting quite tall, so I just tied them up before they got damaged. A lot of other things are getting quite tall as well, like some of the cornflowers, so I might need to stake those up. I'm running out of stakes though, and I really don't want to be buying any more garden stuff this year. I've bought so much. So yeah, I'm going to go out, have a little potter and wait for my tea to cook. Right, I've managed to put on all the big tubs of tomatoes I've got. I've only got one tub left and a few tomatoes left, so I might have to buy more pots. I really don't want to have to. And I'm definitely running out of room in here. I've put a couple of them in the bottom of the cold frame, so that should be okay. It's quite warm, if I can shut the door. I'm just going to give everything a water now, and I'm going to feed the tomatoes as well. Well, remember, it's absolutely baking in the greenhouse, so I'm going to have to get out of here. There's one little bunch here on the one plant. So many, and they're just all toppled over. There's so many on these as well. I don't really do anything to look after them. I just pick them all when they come. And the more you pick, the more you seem to get. And they're a really good size. And the ones at this end are, I've had these plants for years, and as soon as a stalk hits the soil, it puts new roots down, so you get a new plant. So that's why they've spread so far along this bed. A few of you asking how the copper tape is doing. This one has copper tape on it and the plants are doing okay. I don't know if it's just the plants are bigger and not so tasty or what. I don't know if it's working, because there's one pot, I think it's that one. I put one of those little baby sunflowers is new and it's all been eaten, so I don't know if there's slugs that are in the soil already or if they're just climbing over the tip. But I did notice this morning my cosmos has a little bud, and these must be the dwarf cosmos, so not very tall, but they're looking very strong. And with the cosmos, I think when they were smaller I just pinched out the tops and then you get a stronger plant. Also you get more side shoots if you do that, which gives you more flowers. So this pot's looking great. This pot has a ranunculus in it, so I managed to grow some finally. Tried before with not much success, but they look good this year. And this is some cosmos getting quite big as well, so I'm pleased with that because I love cosmos. Well, I don't know where that 10 minutes in the garden disappeared to, because all of a sudden it's 10 to 5 and yeah, I just thought I'd been out there for 10 minutes, but I've not. Got loads done though. I gave everything a good watering and I fed all the plants, the flowers and that as well, with some plant feed, which I never remember to do. So I'm trying to look after things a bit better this year. And some of my flowers are certainly rewarding me really well, like the clematis look amazing, the purple ones, and the lupins and the poppies and everything like that. Everything's looking really nice. Oh, so I'm really tired now because the greenhouse was so hot. And the kitchen's really hot as well, and I'm having to keep the door shut because I can't risk Tilly coming in with mice again. So we're keeping the door shut now. I don't actually know whether she's in or not. The garden's quite overgrown in places. Oh, there she is. I can hear her at the door now. So she hides in it, and you don't know whether she's there or not. And now when we let her in, we're having to open the door a tiny peek to see if she's got anything in her mouth. So, right, she's coming now. I'm going to get my dinner ready. I'm just going to get my baked potato and a little bit of salad. I don't actually feel all that hungry, so I'm going to try not to pile my plate up too much today. And then I'll have a little bit of time before I have to go and get Joshua, so that will be nice to relax, I hope. I just wanted to finish off today by chatting to you. I've had lots of messages from people saying that they would love to try vlogging, but they would never do it, and they don't want to put themselves out there and stuff. And I still can't believe that I'm doing it. And if you had told me a year ago that I would have 31 days of Vlogmas under my belt and a few podcasts full length under my belt and half of the June vlogs done, I would not have believed you at all. No way. I wouldn't have believed you, because I hate having my photo taken. There's not many photos of me on my IG feed. I've never done IG stories, never put my face on a video on a story either. Yeah, just really didn't feel confident in front of a camera. I never do. I don't think twice about it now, but a year ago, there's no way I would have done it. And I watched lots of our mutual favourites doing it and loved it and enjoyed it. I never once thought, I wasn't sitting there thinking, oh, I could do a better job than that, or I could do that. I definitely thought I couldn't do that. There's no way I could sit and talk to a camera for any length of time. And I honestly don't know what happened in December that made me just suddenly go from November the 30th to December the 1st, and suddenly I was doing Vlogmas. I can't even remember what happened. I don't know what made me do it. I think it was one of those decisions where you think about it and then it gets to the day and you kind of, it's now or never. And for some reason I did it. I can't even remember the first time I did it, the vlogging on the 1st of December. My face maybe didn't feature very much on the videos, but it doesn't have to. I did feel very awkward talking to camera, and I don't anymore, but I do if my family's in the house. I feel like, I'm sitting talking to myself, and I don't ever really do it in front of anyone else. I find it a bit self-conscious, and I certainly wouldn't do it in public. Definitely not. I'm not at that stage yet. I even find filming in public quite awkward. I don't know why. My little titties join me. So yeah, if you're one of those people who has said to me, I would love to do it, but I never would, just give it a go. Have a go. Or even, just for one day, just do yourself a little vlog of your day. Just edit it and have fun with it. You don't have to post it anywhere. You don't have to make it public. You can put stuff on YouTube and keep it private, and then nobody else can see it. And then you've got something to look back on. You don't even have to put your face on the videos. You can just turn the camera the other way and point and show us stuff. But you can still talk to us without the camera being on your face if you don't like it being on your face. Yeah, just give it a go, because actually once you get started it really becomes kind of second nature, and you go out your day and you just get into the habit of remembering to film snippets. I think there are times when you forget, when you kind of start back doing it again and stuff. But it just becomes so natural to pick up the camera when you're doing little bits. And yeah, I think because I do fit a lot in my day, and I do have a lot of I do a lot of cooking and things, and I do like to share that, so I share it on Instagram. I always have done that, but I think you get a bit more out of seeing it in a proper video. So I really like that side of it, just kind of showing off. I think that's kind of what it is, you know, showing this and showing that, and then you'll say, oh look, I made this and I made that, and here's my garden and stuff, and it's just a case of showing it to people. And you know, if you were here in real life and you came to visit me, then I would be showing you stuff. So it's kind of no different to that. It just means I can do it, and you guys are all over the world, which is amazing. Yeah, and another thing that I found really amazing, and like I can't actually believe, is that some of the podcasters that I've watched for ages have contacted me and said they've watched me and they've really enjoyed my videos and stuff, and that's just like, wow, amazing. You know, people that I've really admired watching and never in a million years thought I could do it too, and they're watching me. How cool is that? That's really weird. I sometimes feel like some of these crafters and podcasters that we admire so much and look up to, I kind of feel sometimes like they're like the popular girls at school, you know, like they would never talk to me, you know, and then here they are sending me messages saying they've been watching me and they like what I do, and it's like, oh wow. Yeah, if you are in any doubt at all as to whether you should give podcasting and vlogging a go, just try it. I mean, you can do anything you like on your phone, you don't have to share it with anyone, but have a go, and I'm pretty sure if you try it you will really enjoy it. And I used to absolutely cringe seeing myself in a video or hearing my voice in a video. Oh my god, hearing your own voice is the weirdest thing ever. But I've totally got over that within the first few days of doing Vlogmas and just got used to it, really. And then of course a lot of you from other places, you know, other countries and that, have said, oh, I like your accent. So it's quite nice. But yeah, give it a go. So conquer your fears, just be brave if you're thinking of doing it. I've now got about 10 minutes till I have to go back out for Joshua, so I really am just going to sit and have some downtime. Yeah, on saying that, it's probably going to involve starting to edit today's video, so it's not going to be that relaxing yet, but I will manage to relax this evening. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to watch something on Netflix or pick up my book again, because I'm really enjoying the book. I definitely need to do my nails. Tomorrow we're off to Falkland Palace. This week is just so confusing, everything's on the wrong day. So Falkland Palace tomorrow, and I'm there all day because we have a workshop in the afternoon. I'll tell you more about that tomorrow morning. I need to make a packed lunch for myself as well. Oh, I'll probably eventually sit down tonight about 8:30, and then at 9 o'clock I'll have to go and get ready for bed. So yeah, that will be the extent of my evening. So anyway, I will catch you tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye bye.